I haven't done one of these in a while, but after seeing the trash my boy Aaron was throwing, I had to help this dude out. So here comes another in the bag roast. I hope we can still be friends, even if you still throw that damn it. Before I try and make Aaron cry, I do have to give a huge thanks for letting me sleep on your couch for the week I visited Nashville. Next time I pull up, I'll bring you some new discs. Clearly you're in need. One of my favorite part of playing in one of my homies' areas is then I get a personal tour guide of the cool courses nearby, plus all the local routes I never would have known about. It makes up for the fact that I had to play around with someone putting with alpacas. I don't need anyone on the course thinking I'm playing with someone poor. That would be ridiculous. Be a real man, suck it up, and pay the eBay prices for the original P2s. Or go to the kids' piggy bank to afford the new run of Fireflies. I'm just kidding. Nobody needs to spend that much to keep missing putts. Shit, you could be doing that with any other disc in your bag. It could be worse. You could be throwing that AVR 3 you have in the bag for some reason. Why does Innova think making a minor switch to the name will convince people that they need to buy one? I mean, disc golfers aren't that stupid. You know what? Never mind. It makes complete sense. But come on, I thought you would have some more self-respect than that. I mean, I guess this one keeps its pants on, so I'll move on. The Toro? Really? Essentially, every person I play with at this point has one disc that they need me to throw. I think it's in hope that for some reason I'll decide to change my mind. Yeah, doesn't ever work, but people keep on trying. Too bad for Aaron, I already had the Gem of Waco try and tell me the Toro was the best approach disc out there. And I'll say the same thing I told him. You dumb. Sorry, but it took Innova 10 years too late to come up with an adequate zone competitor. If I wanted a ripoff, I would just throw a harp. Then again, I still want to have some friends. It may have taken us to the fourth disc, but finally something I like in your bag. Honestly, you're still doing better than 90% of the other people that I have to set straight, so doing all right. The Origin is a solid, understable mid-range that can drift or with some power get some sneaky lines through tight woods. Then to pair it with a Chariot for shots you can trust to put some torque with no worry of it turning over and will have a consistent fade at the end of its flight. Rounding out the mid-range selection in his overstable slot, Aaron's rocking the Solstice. Don't worry, I don't know what the fuck it was at first either. After throwing it, I wish that was still the case. Overall, not a bad mid selection. I mean, I'll just call it what it is. Mid. I brought up earlier how I like to play with locals so they can show me around. Comes in handy when courses have bad signage or a confusing layout. Well, this course having Aaron with came even more clutch. When heading to hole 7, there was a hidden path that leads to 3 secret holes. I know, fucking sick, right? This is some of the stuff that I love about disc golf. The hidden secrets that you have to explore in order to find. Or in our case, talk to the right person and they will show you the way. Even the T signs were handmade opposed to the actual ones the course used, giving off the aesthetic that it was in fact a lost part of the course. This is one of my all-time favorite things a disc golf course can do. It's hard for me to put into words, but there's something to a course that makes you feel like it was purposely put there. Like rocks that make steps or walkways that seem perfectly carved up and down hills leading everyone the right direction to the next hole as if it was always the intention. Or the way logs are laid out in rivers making a natural bridge across. I'm probably doing a horrible job explaining what I'm talking about, but this course gave off extreme adventure vibes. I mean, if a course doesn't make me feel like I'm in a National Treasure movie, I don't want it. Now, I don't know what the lore behind these holes are, but I'll find out sometime and report back to you guys. One day I'm going to have a show exploring the mysteries of disc golf courses across the country that go untold for the people to enjoy, because I promise there's plenty more stories just like this that need to be heard. When people say disc golf is unique but then can't tell you an actual reason, this is what makes it different than anything else. Not only is it a competitive sport, a leisure activity, but it's a mystery, an adventure, or whatever else you want it to be, because the best part of disc golf is there really isn't any rules. I'd like to see pickleball compete with that. First time I ever played disc golf, I was told you were allowed to jump putt and could extend your body as far as you wanted to slam dunk the disc from 15 feet. Best part was, we called it frolf. I can't even remember when I learned the real name. Shit, I still call it frisbee golf. The name is just semantics. I just like throwing frisbees. Some people like throwing 90 discs at a basket to say they got an ace, while others have 52 different discs and will only throw one per shot. Or the dude that carries more beer than frisbees. What I'm trying to say is disc golf is fucking awesome and nothing is better. Don't ever forget that. Okay, time to get back to shitting on Aaron. I mean, what kind of dummy really throws the it? Feels like the rim was allergic to bees and got stung the way it's swollen up. Or like my dick after a night at the bar, only about half blown up. Unfortunately, Aaron got my ass to try this disc, and it wasn't nearly as bad as I would have thought. But holy shit, I can't get over that hand feel. It's like a mid-range trying to identify as a fairway driver. I've spent too much time with the CAC Z to think this thing holds up to it. Way more understable, so for those slow arms out there looking for something that will glide down the fairway with ease, who am I kidding? Don't get this thing unless you're going to get degraded. Hey, look at that, your brain came back. At this point, bagging an Innova FD might be a flex. Am I saying that because I still bag one too? Absolutely, but it's my channel and I'll do whatever I want. Seriously though, the old school FD feels nothing like the new ones, and the flights are so different. That is coming from someone who only throws one that's 5 years old, so I guess I don't know what they're supposed to fly like out the box anymore. But mine's great, and that's all I know. Whoa, Aaron, back-to-back solid picks? Maybe you aren't as dumb as I thought. Can't go wrong with the T-Bird 3. You can basically put as much power into this disc as you want, knowing it won't turn over for you, and will still have that reliable fade. To complement his fairway lineup, he has a Firebird, which every disc golfer should have. I will say, I can't hate on these, mostly because I have each in my bag as well, but that's for a good reason. You might be thinking, you only say the discs you bag are good. First off, you can go fuck yourself. Second, you're probably right. And third, I'm saying it's solid because he has an understable, straight, and overstable fairway option. Can't hate when he has all the bases covered. Plus, no trilogy in sight, so dubs all around. He also bags a 2021 Sexton Firebird, which is the best run ever made, so he gets some bonus points even if the other one is a 23. Looked like one of those drawings I did in middle school that my mom put on the fridge. Sounds fine, until everyone thinks my toddler of a brother is the one who did it. That fucking kid took all my credit, and he knew it too. Even though Aaron tried losing the Roadrunner on the course, I think it's a perfect disc for the bag. No, I actually mean that. A nice understable disc that can get easy distance with little power. I know lots of you out there just came in your pants a little after hearing that. Bite the bullet and get yourself a Roadrunner. You won't be disappointed. Can't go wrong with an Infinite Mai either. Another sneaky disc that people should check out but won't even look its direction. Stop being afraid of understable discs, people. You aren't that big. Let the disc do the work for you. I mean, isn't that the key to life? Do as little as possible and get the most out of it? Shit, I don't know about you guys, but that pretty much sums up my entire life. I see that Destroyer, and before I tell you not to bag it, let me suck the Wraith's dick for a little bit. This disc literally does what I was just talking about. Doesn't need as much spin in order to get natural turn and S-Flight all the way down the fairway. Will give you a lot better results than the 250-foot nosedive the Destroyer is doing for you. Or you could replace that with any Destroyer-like disc. I don't know, a DD3? Oh, would you look at that? Aaron has one of those too. I'll give you a pass though. Since I was able to play with Aaron, I know he uses it for appropriate shots. These discs can be useful, don't get me wrong, especially when it just needs to fight the wind and fade. I only talk shit when people are going to seriously look at me in the eyes and tell me it's the farthest flying disc when I watch them throw a mid-range the same distance. Just because it's a fast frisbee doesn't mean it'll go the farthest. That's a known concept, right? Sometimes I don't know with you people. Good thing you got me here to educate you schmucks. Shout out Aaron for letting me roast his bag and for letting us take over his house for a week. It was much appreciated and was much better than sleeping in the minivan. Hopefully next time I pull up, you'll have some better discs I can talk about. All love, of course, homie. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. It helps the channel out. I have a big video in the works that I'm dropping once I hit 2,000 subscribers, so hit that button if you want to see me rank every single Innova disc ever made. Oh yeah, and if you want to see some of the stupidest discs you could ever bag, check out the video right here.
What? Cristiano with all those discs. Hey now, bro. Damn.